What are the BRICS? If you follow world politics, you've heard of them. The name came in 2001 from a Goldman Sachs banker and was used to describe four rising countries: Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And in 2010, South Africa joined, adding the S at the end. With their recent expansion, they make up over half of the world's population now. So let's unpack it. What you need to know is that the BRICS isn't a formal organization like the European Union. No big treaty, no single rule book. It's more like a club of emerging powers. Their leaders meet once a year while ministers and experts meet all year long. The important question is, what do they want? Pretty much three things. First, rebalance global power. They say groups like the IMF and World Bank are built to favor the West. So they push for reforms and want to build their own institutions where they get more say. Second, challenge the US dollar. This is a big one. The dollar dominates world trade, giving the US a lot of power. I'll do a video on that specifically, but what you need to know is that BRICS countries do not like that, and so they want to get rid of that dependence on the US dollar. Third, work together on stuff like energy, infrastructure, and food security, ideally without leaning too much on the West. There's a massive hype around this group. Two things explain why. Some countries are simply fed up with the West. They feel that the US and Europe preach values but don't always live up to them. Plus, with a real bitterness or anger that goes along the lines, have you seen what colonial powers did to us and now they're still calling the shots? This is so unfair. And you don't have to be an expert of history to understand why people feel like that. But the reality is that world politics rarely cares about fairness. So the second thing is that the West isn't as strong as it used to be, especially economically. That makes the BRICS look like a real alternative. But I'm curious, what do you think? Are the BRICS an alternative to today's global system? This is the first video in a series on the BRICS. Next up, what exactly is the West?